Welcome to Shine 2022. You're all here for Melee, so we brought you a game show about Melee tonight. I'm your host, Edwin Budding, and I'm here for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where we tackle on some of the easiest, medium, and most difficult questions in Melee trivia. I'm really excited to present it to you tonight, and I'm even more excited to have a wonderful first contestant for tonight. Right next to me, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the greatest Pikachu player of all time, Axe.
Hey, what's up? Thanks a lot for having me on.
Yeah, I'm so happy to have you here. What are your goals for today? How far do you think you're going to make it?
Okay, so I heard that no one's ever won this before. Who wants to be a Meleeionaire?
No
Is that right?
one.
I got to be the first one.
Yeah, I think you can definitely do it, Axe. You have the skills, you have the experiences, and everything. So, would you like a rundown of the rules just really quickly before we move on?
Yeah, run it by me, please.
Yeah, okay. So there's 15 questions of escalating difficulty. You get them all right, you get $1 million. No, you don't get $1 million, but you get $500 donated to a charity of your choice, which is St. Jude's Research Children's Hospital. But you get one wrong, you're out of the game. However, you have 3 lifelines. You have 50-50, you have Ask the Audience, which is going to be done through Twitch chat, and you also have Phone a Friend. And I believe your friend is Yokai Nels in the audience right now, right?
Yep, Yokai Nels, he's got my back. He's there, he's ready.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited for it. So one last thing, there's going to be 2 checkpoints on the way as well, right? So if you can get to question 6, you'll have guaranteed yourself $5 for charity. If you get to question 11, you'll have guaranteed yourself $80. So at any point, whenever you lose, you'll default to the amount of money that you had at the checkpoint, and that'll be preserved for charity. However, you can also choose to walk away at any time and keep the previous score that you had from the last question. So with that out of the way, are you ready to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I am ready. Let's do this.
All right, let's jump right into it, Axe. We're going to get into the 1 penny question. No one has ever gotten this wrong.
No pressure.
Yeah, if you get it wrong, you'll be put on the wall of shame.
Oh, no.
All right, so for 1 penny, which of these characters is a doctor? A, Master Hand, B, Peach, C, Pikachu, or D, Dr. Mario?
You know what's funny? There's an event match where you fight the doctors in the game, and you're fighting both Peach, I think Dr. Mario, is that right? You know, I kind of forgot the character, but I do know that Dr. Mario is in fact a doctor, so Dr. Mario.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
All right, that's indeed correct. Dr. Mario is indeed the doctor. You made it past the wall of shame.
Oh, thank goodness.
Now, your next question is going to be 100 times more difficult because it's for $1 this time. So
Moving up, okay.
We'll see if you can get through it. What color Pikachu does Axe play? A, neutral, B, blue, C, green, or D, red?
I know a thing or two about Axe, and he definitely plays blue Pikachu.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Awesome. And yeah, of course, you obviously play blue Pikachu. It would really be a shame if I got this one wrong and you just looked at me.
Never green Pikachu. That's the worst one.
Yeah, let's not get started with the green Pikachu. So, for $2, what is Jigglypuff's up special? A, sing, B, rest, C, roll out, or D, pound? Up special.
Read the answers to me one more time.
The answers are A, sing, B, rest, C, roll out, and D, pound.
Okay, sorry. The announcers were kind of okay.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Jigglypuff's up special is sing, which is not as good in Melee as it is in Ultimate. But
Can you imitate Sing right now?
No. Yeah, but my answer is sing. Final answer.
All right, so A, final answer, sing. That's correct. It's obviously sing. It's not the other options. So we got to the $3 question. What stage continuously moves by itself with different phases? A, Icicle Mountain, B, Final Destination, C, Temple, or D, Mushroom Kingdom 2.
Oh, okay. The way that's worded is a little bit tricky. But I do know that of those stages mentioned, Icicle Mountain is the one that does move in multiple stages. It even has different ones depending if it's versus mode or in one-player mode and adventure mode. But I will go with Icicle Mountain. Final answer.
Yep, it's Icicle Mountain. That's the final answer.
Dude, this has me so nervous.
So, Axe, I want to ask you one thing before we move on to the checkpoint. When was the last time you played on Icicle Mountain?
Ooh, probably like a few days ago. Just
ago?
chilling.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
because I like to do
Willingly?
I like to do like one-player mode runs here and there, so it'll just
Okay.
happen. So I go on all sorts of wacky stages.
Fair enough. So this is the $5 question. This is the first checkpoint of the game. So if you get this one right, you've guaranteed yourself $5 donated to charity.
Okay, perfect. So I
So-
have to get this for the checkpoint. Got
You
it.
have to, otherwise nothing goes.
Okay.
So for question 5 for $5, who upset Mango in winner's bracket at Genesis 8? A, KJH, B, Wally, C, Fizzwiggle, or D, Ginger?
You know what's funny? I always get my Genesis numbers mixed up. So it's hard for me to think about which Genesis was which. Read the answers to me one more time.
So the answers are KJH, Wally, Fizzwiggle, and Ginger.
Okay. This was an absolutely crazy upset. But I'm going to go with Fizzwiggle. Is the right Genesis, right? Fizzwiggle. Final answer.
Fizzwiggle, final answer. Congratulations, Axe. You've made it by the first third of the game and guaranteed yourself $5 for charity.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried about the numbers of the Genesis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured safe this year, right? So, Axe, this is the point in the game where I would want you, if you were a normal contestant, I would ask you, introduce yourself to the audience, who you are. But I think everybody already knows who you are. So why don't you tell me a little bit of what you've been up to? Like, what are your goals for Shine 2022?
Yeah, well, if you don't know who I am, for the audience or anyone watching, I'm Axe, and I am a Pikachu main in Super Smash Bros. Melee. And I'm a competitor. I just like to compete a lot. I also stream on Twitch. Just type in axe.pizza. You'll see me there. And I just love to play Melee. I love to play the game.
And I love having you here, Axe. So why don't we get to the second phase of the game? So you're going to notice a slight uptick in difficulty for these questions.
Right.
Just slight. So, for $10, which duo commentated top 8 of the Big House 4? A, Homemade Waffles and Phil, B, Scar and Toph, C, Chillin' and Vish, or D, Webbs and Fendrick Lamar?
Oh, no.
What do you remember from the Big House 4, Axe?
Yeah, I was telling you this about the Genesis numbers, right? Like, I get them all mixed up. Same with Big House. I know that one has, like, an easier thing. There's, like, a rule for that, like the year lines up or something like that.
Okay.
But I always get my numbers mixed up with which event was which. So,
What was the last Big House you remember? Maybe if you remember the numbers and you can associate other ones to years, maybe that'll help you get this one.
okay. There were a couple big houses that I missed. There was one big house in particular I ended up losing to Kells early. That was a rough one for me. But the problem is, I don't remember what number that was. If I could, maybe I'd remember this. But
Do you think maybe your friend would get this, or the audience?
can you just repeat the answers to me one more time?
Sure thing. So, just to name the question again.
Uh-huh.
Which duo commentated top 8 of the Big House 4? Your options are Homemade Waffles and Phil, Scar and Toph, Chillin' and Vish, or Webbs and Fendrick Lamar.
Oh, man. I'm really struggling with this one. I think I'm going to have to use a lifeline here.
All right, you want to use a lifeline? Which one you want to go with?
I am going to ask the audience.
All right, ask the audience indeed. All right, so we're going to be setting that up in Twitch chat. So for those of you watching at home, if you think you know who commentated top 8 at the Big House 4. Be sure to put your vote in. Axe desperately needs your help if he's to continue playing this game. All right. I currently have this on my phone right now, so I should be following the poll right there.
You know, these were like the type of questions I was worried about. I was like,
Numbers, right?
yes, it's the numbers, because my memorization of the events and results and stuff like that, even commentary duos, it's a little shaky, you know. So
Yeah.
these were one of the ones I was worried about. Hopefully the Twitch chat can pull through. I definitely need your help.
That is, as long as you can trust Twitch chat, right? They're not trying to maliciously fool you.
Oh man, I don't know about yeah, we'll see. I mean, like, if my viewers are in the stream, they're all for the most part reliable.
I think they want to see you
So
succeed,
hopefully they're all
Alex.
here and helping me out.
All right. Well, I actually can't see the specific poll, but what I can show you is the chat right now, and there's a lot of B's coming up right now.
Oh my, okay.
Maybe one D every now and then, but it seems like everybody is in agreement, or nearly everybody in the chat is in agreement, that B, Scar and Toph, is their choice. Now
Scar and
the question is, Axe, do you trust the fans with this one?
A lot of fans of Melee in the chat right now, and
Yeah, the results are coming in right now.
Oh, they're
and
coming in, okay.
96% Scar and Toph, 2% everything else. It seems like a very clear audience pick for this one, Axe.
All right. I think I'm gonna have to trust the audience here and go with the answer of B.
B. Is that the correct answer? It is indeed correct.
Woo!
Scar and Toph did commentate the Big House 4. You move on in the game to...
Good job, Twitch chat. Let's go.
You move on into the game to question 7. So this one is going to be for $20. And this question is, in which American city did Hungrybox grow up in? Okay. And your options are A, Tampa Bay, B, New York City, C, Chicago, or D, Orlando. Think in your heart, Axe. Imagine Hungrybox popping off in his room. Where is his room? Where's the city that his room is in?
Probably a lot of chairs thrown around there, so it's gonna be kind of hard to see. So the question is which one did he grow up in? Is that
Yes.
right? And go over the answers one more time.
The answers are, or your options are, I should say.
Options.
A, Tampa Bay, B, New York City, C, Chicago, or D, Orlando. Let's do process of elimination here, Axe. What is there an option here or two that you can immediately discount?
Well, I do know that he's lived a lot of his life in Florida,
Okay.
but I don't know for sure if he grew up in Florida. You know, I only know him as a Melee player, and I know from Melee, like, he's represented that a lot, but I'm unsure if he was, like, where he was born or where he grew up. That's kind of tough, so it's kind of, oh man. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to use another lifeline here.
Another lifeline.
Yeah,
Axe.
let me think about that for another minute.
Well, let's investigate each of these answers one by one.
Okay.
Maybe if you reflect on them, you'll be able to draw an association somewhere, right?
You see, the one that I'm thinking of most, just because this is like what I associate Hungrybox with, is Orlando, Florida. You know, like the heart.
Yes. And why do you associate him with Orlando?
Like my own state, and you know, my home. I'm from Arizona. You know, he also likes to represent his home too. But funny enough, I wasn't actually born in Arizona. I'm actually from Germany, Bremerhaven.
Wow.
Yeah, but it could be a similar case with Hungrybox, and I'm not sure. So
Would it be a similar case with Hungrybox in question 7?
You know, that's a good point. But I want to be sure, you know, there's money on the line for
Right,
charity,
of course.
right? And I want to make sure that I get this if possible. So I think I'm going to bring on my trusty friend here. I'm going to phone a friend.
All right, Yokai, where are you? Get up here. Axe needs your help. All right, normally we'd have a 30-second limit, but Yokai, Axe desperately needs your help. He wants to know, what town or what city did Hungrybox grow up in? Did he grow up in Tampa? Did he grow up in New York City? Did he grow up in Chicago? Or did he grow up in Orlando?
Well, my mic doesn't work. It was red the whole time, which means muted. And then as soon as I came up here, it turned off. So that was pretty cool. So obviously, it's not. What was it? Chicago and New York City. Toss those off. He's Florida man. We all know that.
He is indeed Florida man.
Now this gets tricky because when I think of Tampa Never Sleeps, and I don't know if he was there for that or he just traveled to that. But my gut and my brain thinks about Orlando man. So I think my final answer is going to be Orlando.
That seems like a very confident answer.
That's what I feel in my bones. So,
do you trust what your friend feels in his bones, Axe?
I trust Nels. You know, I think he knows what he's talking about. But this is coming from the heart, right? And I also had the same thought that it's Orlando. So I think I'm gonna trust Nels here and go with Orlando. Final answer.
Orlando's your final answer, and it's the correct one, Axe.
Woo! Let's go.
Good job, Yokai. So, Axe, you have one lifeline left, but you've made it to the midpoint of the game. Sort of a Rubicon of sorts. This is going to be worth $30. And the question is, where did Zane defeat Leffen for the first time? And your options are A, Evo 2016, B, the Big House 6, C, Smash and Splash 3, or D, Smash Summit 6.
Where he beat Leffen for the first time, right?
Where did Zane defeat Leffen?
Okay, I do remember this upset happening. It was. Oh man, where were they? I do remember Hungrybox like coming up and like congratulating Zane because this was like a huge win, like the biggest thing Zane's done up to that point. And I think from there, Zane only went up and up. And I do remember a lot of people wearing those like necklaces that had like the kind of the beach vibes, right? Almost like you're at a pool type of thing, like a water park, which I believe is only Smash and Splash. So, one more time, just so I know, what were the options I have?
So your options for where Zane defeated Leffen for the first time are Evo 2016, the Big House 6, Smash and Splash 3, and Smash Summit 6. You're painting the picture. Orlando man running on the stage, hugging Zane.
He sure
Everybody
did.
wearing, like, what did you say? Beach beads?
Yeah, like those necklaces for the passes. So I'm gonna go with Smash and Splash 3. Right? It had to be Smash and Splash 3. It had to be. I think I'm going for it. Smash and Splash 3, final answer.
That is indeed correct. Smash and Splash 3 is where Zane defeated Leffen for the first
Dude,
time.
this has me so nervous.
So now we're past the midpoint of the game. We aren't at the second checkpoint yet, but let's see if we can get there together, Axe.
Okay.
What does ADT stand for in Melee terminology for $40?
Sorry, say that again?
ADT. Does it stand for A, air down trajectory, B, analog digital transition, C, attack difference timing, or D, animation data translation? ADT.
That's not an acronym I use often, honestly. But the only one I can think of, see, I wish I had the answers like right here in front of me, or the list, but can you read that to me one more time?
So your answers for ADT, what it stands for, are air down trajectory, analog digital transition, attack difference timing, and animation data translation.
Okay. None of those sound familiar to me except for analog digital, what is
Transition.
it again? Transition. Which isn't something I say very often, but I believe that deals with like your triggers analog to digital transition, ADT. That's the only one that I recognize.
What does your heart tell you, Axe?
My heart tells me to go with analog digital transition, but when there's this much on the line, like, I'm totally unsure of myself, but I'm gonna go with my gut here. Analog digital transition. Final answer.
Analog digital transition. Final answer is correct, Axe. You've now made it to the $80 question. If you can get it by this one, you've guaranteed yourself $80 donated to charity.
So this is the checkpoint, right? If I get this right?
Yes, if you
Okay.
get this one correct.
All right, let's do it.
For question 10, which of the following players has made it on every edition of the Top 100 from 2013 to 2019? A. Bladewise, B. Dreffin, C. Professor Pro, or D. Dark Atma?
Oh man, that's tough. Okay, so the options were repeat them one more time.
The options are Bladewise, Dreffin, Professor Pro, and Dark Atma.
I've been Professor Pro, Dark Atma.
It's so tough being this late in the game, Axe. The pressure's riding.
And all top 100, like top 100 every single year from
Yes,
2013
from
to 2019.
2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Every year on the top 100.
This one I have no clue. Okay, so Bladewise, right?
What do you know about Bladewise?
Amazing Peach player. I know he's been around for a long time. I mean, all these guys have, right?
Yeah.
And they're all clearly at that top 100 level. The only question here is activity. That's all I'm thinking of. Like, were they active enough to make top 100 that many times in a row? Bladewise, and there's only one of them that have been to top 100 every single time. So
Every
which would be the
single
most
year.
likely. Professor Pro, I feel like that's kind of a tough one because he's got to travel in order to make top 100 every single year.
Very good point.
Bladewise has a bit of activity stuff going on, right? Especially, like, I don't recall seeing him around very much in, like, 2019, that's for sure. I think. Oh, man, I'm not sure anymore.
Well, what do you think of Dark
Atma.
Atma or the other option? Dark Atma or Dreffin? Think back to 2013, Axe. Who was there in 2013 that was back in 2019? Which of these players was there every single year? Who can you remember?
Dreffin is super old school. So I know he's been around since even before I've been playing. So Dreffin's been around for sure. Dark Atma, I'm a little phasey about, actually. I'm unsure.
Okay. So you're not
and
sure
I-
about Dark Atma, but the
Yes.
other three are in the conversation for you.
Somewhat. Why am I so unsure of myself on this one? Hold on, I gotta think about this one. But I do want to make sure that I get this. So just to be certain, I'm gonna use my last lifeline here.
All right.
I'm
your
gonna
la-
use the 50-50.
Your last lifeline is the 50-50, and it's been split between Bladewise and Professor Pro. So your two remaining options, Axe.
It's actually not what I was expecting. Bladewise and Professor Pro.
What do you think of now you have those two against each other? How do they stack up? What's your memory of both of them?
They both have the skill. Did Professor Pro really travel that much? He's still active today. He's been active this whole time.
This is from
Bladewise.
2013 to 2019. Do you remember that?
From 2013 to
From
2019.
the very inception of SSBM rank to the MPGR.
Bladewise. My question is, was on the ranking for 2019, right? Was he on the ranking? Oh, dude, I'm actually so unsure about this. I think Bladewise was around in the early days, like 2013. If if I recall. It's hard for me to think that far back.
What were you doing in 2013, Axe?
I was a competitor, and I loved playing Melee and stuff. I remember going to Evo, watching Wobbles do well. That meant a lot to me. That was awesome. Pretty much the same thing I'm doing now. I was playing Melee, and I've always been with the scene, followed the scene. But honestly, I haven't had the best memory. That's my thing. I forget a lot of things. I even forget a lot of the people that I met and stuff. It kind of sucks. So this is hitting me hard right now. Blade-wise and Professor Pro. I'm kind of thinking with
Blade-wise from Washington, Professor Pro from London.
with Professor Pro even still active today, a big part of me wants to go with Professor Pro, but this is kind of just me thinking.
What does your heart tell you, Axe? You have the heart of a champion. It's led you this far.
Heart has led me this far, yeah. Bladewise is now married, I believe. Has his whole life going on and everything.
A very hardy pick, I might
Yeah,
say.
Professor Pro is still a competitor. So I think I want to go with Professor Pro.
I do want to affirm one thing. If you walk away, you can preserve $40 that you raised for charity.
Oh, otherwise I just get $5, right?
Yeah, otherwise you just get $5.
Man, this question has me stumped, honestly. I'm unsure about it. A part of me is thinking about walking away, but another part of me wants to actually trust my heart and continue and see if I can do this. Just so unsure.
Well, what are your reservations with each of these options? What's wrong with Bladewise and what's wrong with Professor Pro?
Blade-wise, for both of them, it's like an activity thing. Because I know both of them have been around for a long time. I think since at least 2013. Both of them, right? Professor Pro and Blade-wise. Both pretty old school players. Oh, dude, this is killing me. This is killing me. I've had a lot of sets with Bladewise. I've played Bladewise a lot throughout the years. I know he was ranked plenty of times. Professor Pro, I haven't seen around as much, for me personally, playing him. He's more in the European scene. But I would imagine he's still active enough to be ranked this whole time, right, Professor Pro?
Did play a lot of sets against Bladewise, that's true. It's true that both of them have been around forever.
It could be Bladewise. Oh, dude. This money's for charity.
Is there charity?
I really want to make sure that the money goes to the right place. It would be a shame to have to go all the way down to $5. And I don't feel sure enough to go for it.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna have to walk away on this one.
All right. Well, Axe, you walk away with a score $40 raised for St. Jude's Research Children's Hospital. Congratulations, Axe.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
But before we move on to the next contestant, I do want to let you know that you get a free guess now, that nothing's on the line.
Okay.
Who would you have guessed?
Okay, thinking about it, I almost said Professor Pro. That's what I was thinking, but I kind of think it might be Bladewise.
Well,
so I guess I'll go. I'll trust my gut on the first one. Actually, I'm gonna go with Professor Pro.
Well, it's a good thing you walked away because the answer was Bladewise.
Okay.
So you made the smart decision, Axe. Axe, you were such a fantastic.
Thanks so much for having me on. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show. Give a round of applause for Axe. $40 raised for charity. All right. And our next contestant She should be here anytime now. Yeah, there she is right there. Is Magi, who's going to be playing the second board of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Everyone give a round of applause for Magi. She's going to be playing the last game we have for tonight.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey Magi, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm tired. I'm still in cruise, but have enough time to sneak this in too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was going to do cruise also, but then this happened.
Yeah,
so
understandable.
I left my crew in the dust. I disappointed them. but I'm really happy to have you here. Just to make sure you understand the rules, there's 15 questions. You got all of them right. You get $500 raised for charity of your choice. And I believe your charity is Trans Lifeline,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Awesome. Okay. So you got all of them right, you got $500 raised for charity.
All right.
You
I'll
got
try
one of
my
them
best.
wrong, you're out of the game. But
Okay.
there's basically escalating difficulty. You start with a penny level question, end with 500, and there's 2 checkpoints.
Okay.
So there's one at $5 and there's another one at $80.
Okay.
Right? That's question 5 and question 10. So
Okay.
if you got something wrong, you go back to the previous checkpoint, and at any time you can choose to walk away to
Okay.
retain your score from the previous question, as Axe just did.
Okay.
So obviously, I think I mentioned the lifelines, right? 50-50. You can ask Twitch chat, or you can call a friend, who I believe is Kyle Crudo.
Great. I'm pretty sure he's oh, no, there. He's right there. Never
Okay,
mind.
excellent. So with that out of the way, are you ready to play Who Wants to Be
Yeah.
a Millionaire?
I'll try my best.
Awesome. All right, Magi, question 1 for 1 penny. Which major fighting game tournament series included Melee for the first time in 2007? A, Evo, B, TiVo, C, Gazebo, or D, Ebong?
I believe it was Evo A.
Final
So
answer?
that'll be my final answer.
Yeah, it's Evo. You got it. You avoided the wall of shame.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried because it was 2007, but
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
God.
So this one is 100 times tougher for $1.
Okay.
So, what does the L stand for in LACS? A, losing, B, loving, C, laser, or D, Ludwig? Ludwig, you said? Yeah.
Okay. I believe LACS is ran by Ludwig, so I believe the answer is D, Ludwig.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah.
For $2, question number 3. What color Marth does Mewtwo typically play? A, red, B, white, C, blue, or D, black?
I am pretty sure that it's D, black.
Is that your final answer?
That'll be my final answer.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
For $3, question number 4.
Okay.
Which of these is the professional gaming league that ran Melee tournaments throughout the mid-2000s? A, the Big House, B, Smash and Splash, C, Major League Gaming, or D, Apex?
The mid 2000s, so like 2002 to like 2006, I'm guessing, like that
Yeah.
era. I believe Major League Gaming was the main organization or whatever that ran. Or can you repeat the answers just to make sure?
The answers are the Big House, Smash and Splash, Major League Gaming, and Apex.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess C, Major League Gaming.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Now we reach our first checkpoint. You got this one right, you're guaranteed to donate $5 to
Okay.
Trans Lifeline. Who has never won an Evo in Melee? A, PPMD, B, Hungrybox, C, Mango, or D, Armada?
Pretty sure PP's never won because Mango won 2013, 2014. I'm pretty sure Armada won 2015 when Hungrybox beat Mango. 2016 it was the crazy one where Hungrybox beat Armada. And then 2017, I think, is when Leffen won Evo. So I'm pretty sure PP never won. So I'm going to guess A, PP, final answer.
Yep, APB. Congratulations, Magi. You got by the first third of the game. Now, with that in mind, did you accomplish your goal of getting here, or how far do you think you're going to make it?
I'm glad that I was watching a little bit of Access Section. I saw the first 5 questions were a little easy, so I was hoping I would get past this point. So I am hoping to make it to the end, though, so it'll be a first good checkpoint, I guess.
So, yeah, making it to the end is very good. So, we're at the midpoint of the game. So you're going to notice a slight uptick in difficulty. You still have all 3 of your lifelines. Thankfully, you haven't used them yet. We'll see how you use them moving forward. We'll move into question number 6. This one is for $10. Who currently runs the Training Mode Tournament Series? Your options are A, Face Roll, B, the Crimson Blur, C. Kadoran, or D. Slumlord?
Ooh. I'm fairly certain that FlyQuest currently runs all of the TMTs. And they took over from, like, because it was originally Team Oxy's tournament, I want to say. And so I'm fairly confident that it's Kadoran, but let me make sure. It was, the blur was B. What was A?
A was Face Roll.
Face Roll. D was Slumlord.
Yeah.
They run the Thursday weekly, I'm pretty sure. They run like the Salt Mine, I think is what they run. And yeah, I'm pretty sure Kadoran's the only one that really makes sense for me if it's a FlyQuest thing. So I'm gonna guess C, Kadoran.
C. Kadoran, final answer?
Final answer.
Yep, you got
Okay,
it. Kadoran
okay.
does indeed.
Thank God.
Shout out to Iggy Neves. Nieves.
I've seen that tag.
Shout out to her as well. She runs the series
Yeah.
as well. For question 7 for $20, who has never commentated an EVO Grand Finals? A. Scar, B. Homemade Waffles, C. Prague, or D. Toph?
Okay, so I remember Scar and Toph, they at least commentated the famous S2J versus Westballs set, because that was like whenever Scar said, "This is Evo, what are you doing?" Obviously Prague commentated with James Chen at 2013.
So that leaves Homemade Waffles then.
Homemade Waffles. Wait, what was the other one? Was it Toph and Scar?
It was Toph, Scar, Homemade Waffles, and Prague.
Okay. I don't think they changed the commentary in the year that I was referring to with Scar and Toph. I'm pretty sure they just did all like one block of like, or the people at the beginning of Top 8 commentary, they did the whole thing. They didn't like have two different sets of commentators, I'm pretty sure. But I can't, let me try to think about all the years, because Prague and James Chen did 2013. 2014 was, I think that was also Prague and someone. 2015 was, oh god, so that was the one with Armada and Hungry Box Grand Finals. I honestly didn't watch that one. I don't think in honor of Mango, I didn't
watch. Memory hole with every Armada Hungry Box set.
I feel like I just can't really imagine an Evo Grand Finals moment where I heard Homemade Waffles' voice is the thing. So it's question 7 already, right?
Yes, it's question 7.
Gosh, I would feel really silly using a lifeline, but I'm so okay. I think I'm just gonna commit. I'm gonna guess Homemade Waffles.
You're guessing Homemade Waffles, but you knew it the whole time, because
Okay.
that's correct.
Thank
Homemade
you,
Waffles
thank
has
God,
never
thank God.
commentated in Evo Grand Finals in Melee. Now we've reached the midpoint of the game. You're not too far off from where Axe was.
Yeah.
Which one of these titles, for $30, which one of these titles is not an episode of the original Smash documentary?
Ooh, okay.
A, The Natural, B, Don't Get Hit, C, Revolution, or D, Money Match?
Ooh. Okay, so my instinct says that it's Money Match. Is not one of them, but let me try to think. Like, so Don't Get Hit, I believe, was episode, or okay, so the Mango episode was The Natural, I want to say, but I actually don't remember I always rewatch the episode 1 through episode 6, and I stopped there. So episode 1 was like, God, I don't even remember. I remember that the King of Smash was episode 4, Paper Cuts was episode 6. Oh God. Because I thought Revolution was, I feel like that was the last episode, was Revolution. Don't Get Hit is obviously the Isaiah episode. Oh God, I just don't, I hate that I can't associate all of the titles with like a specific episode number, but I'm fairly certain that like the KDJ one was probably the closest one that would be like the Money Match episode, because like that he did talk about how he like wanted to money match all the players, but I specifically remember it was Ken that said like, oh, like it's whenever you play him, it's like when it doesn't matter if you can read him, it's if you get a paper cut every time. So I'm pretty sure that was the name of KDJ's episode. And like Revolution, I think, was supposed to be like the last episode after they talked about like, you know, after MLG like removed everything, and there was like that dark era that was like the Mango episode and the Hungry Box episode, and then it turned into the Revolution, which is like the last episode where they talked about 2013's Evo or whatever. So I'm pretty sure that the answer would be Money Match. Which one was that? C?
Money Match was D.
D. Yeah, Don't Get Hits Isaiah. The Natural, I'm pretty sure was Mango. What was the other one?
Revolution and Money Match were the
Money
last
Match.
two.
Yeah,
ones.
yeah. Revolution should be that. Oh God, I think I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna guess Money Match.
All right, Money Match. Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Congrats, Magi.
Okay.
You got it correct.
Okay. Making sure.
And you immediately got it correct. Paper Cuts was indeed the episode title for
okay.
DJ.
I was a dog kid, so I had to memorize all that stuff.
Yeah, reading to the question maker's mind a little bit as well.
Yeah.
I like it. For $40, question 9. Who won Super Smash Con Fall Fest? Your options are A, Kevin Maples, B, Wally, C, Ginger, or D, Polish.
Okay, Fall Fest. That was I did kind of keep up with that one. I'm fairly certain that's the one that No Fluxus got third in, right?
It's Super Smash Con Fall Fest.
Yeah, that's the one with No Fluxus, right?
I can't tell you.
Oh, you can't say.
anything
Oh, okay, you
other
can't say.
than-
Okay.
It's Super Smash Con Fall Fest and one of these 4 options.
Okay, yeah. That sucks. Okay. God. Okay. As I like vaguely know about this tournament. I remember like Dark Genix did really well. Slug I did hear did really well. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it would be Slug is not one of the answers, right?
Slug is not one of the
Okay,
answers.
Yeah, because I thought I don't know why I associate that tournament a lot with him. God,
Well, let's go through each of the answers
okay.
and gauge your feelings on them, okay? As far as the question is
yeah,
concerned. not in general.
yeah.
Kevin Maples, what are your instant thoughts to this?
I'm
question?
I'm a pretty big Kevin Maples fan, and I'm pretty certain I would have known if he had won this tournament. So that's why immediately I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not him.
What do you think of Wally as an option?
Wally, I wouldn't be surprised if Wally did well, but I think it was a similar thing. Like I keep up with Wally, so I feel like whenever he does well, like I obviously like he just beat Zayn, so like I kind of instantly knew that, and they might be trying to trick me because that happened at SmashCon, so like maybe they're like, oh, Wally did well, like that try to get something, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't Wally.
The other option was Ginger.
That was the other thing. I feel like I would have also known if it was Ginger because like the issue is I feel the same way about Polish. Like I keep up with both of those players and it should be one of those two. Like I'm fairly certain it's either Ginger or Polish, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, you do have 3 lifelines if
That
you
is
want to
true.
use them.
I think I actually am. I'm gonna call for Twitch chat.
All right, Twitch chat. Magi needs your help. The question is, who won Super Smash Con Fall Fest? Is it Kevin Maples, Wally, Ginger, or Polish?
I feel like it's Polish, but I feel bad for not knowing. Because like the same logic I have for Kevin Maples and Wally, I have for Polish too. I just feel bad that that was just like such an awkward one because it happened like right after the pandemic, so like some people were coming and so.
So are you calling it a Mickey Mouse major?
It might be a little bit of a Mickey Mouse major, just a little bit.
All right. Well, the poll is getting set up in chat. I will say, right now, it seems like the answers are overwhelmingly going in Polish's favor.
Yeah.
Polish with 94% of the audience's vote. Ginger at 4%. Kevin Maples at 3%. Wally at 1%. Seems like the chat is going really live.
Yeah,
But it does seem like 90% of the chat is going with Polish.
Yeah.
So Magi, do you trust chat? Is
I
this a
trust chat for
ruse?
this one. No, I believe they're trying to help me, so I'm gonna guess D, Polish.
All right.
Final answer.
You said final answer. Polish did win
Okay.
Super Smash Con.
Sorry for not knowing. My bad.
Yeah, in late 2021. That was the correct option. Now we reach the second checkpoint of the
Okay.
game. So if you get this one right, you guarantee yourselves $80
Okay, cool.
donated to charity.
Awesome.
For $80, question 10. What is the name of the stage where you fight Giant Donkey Kong in adventure mode?
Oh, Giant Donkey Kong.
Your options are A, Jungle Japes, B, Congo Jungle 64, C, DK Island, or D, Congo Falls.
So my instinct is Jungle Japes because what is it? Yeah, because I think the main person everyone watched was Bobby. Whatever he was doing the adventure mode speedrun thing, or not the speedrun, just like trying to beat very hard. I'm pretty. It's definitely not Congo Jungle. DK Island. I feel dumb for not knowing, but I'm pretty sure that's not a stage. What's the other one? Congo Falls?
Congo Falls.
I feel like those are both not stages for some reason. I just like don't remember. I'm pretty sure one of them has to be a stage because I know there's one stage that I'm not thinking of, or like that I'm picturing that's a DK stage that I just like I can't remember the name of. So maybe that is DK Falls, but nah, I'm fairly certain Jungle Japes because I'm pretty sure you just roll to the ledge and he just kills himself and it only really makes
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, poor Donkey Kong. I'm actually just gonna snap it off. I'm gonna guess Jungle Japes.
All right. Is that your final
That's
answer?
my final answer.
Jungle Japes is your final answer, and you made it past the second checkpoint,
thank
Magi.
God.
Congrats.
Okay, thank God.
Guaranteed yourself $80 donated.
One of those stages is fake, right?
Yeah, DK Island is the prefix.
Okay,
for one of the stages.
okay.
And Congo Falls is a commonly, it's a commonly like alternative name for Congo Jungle, but not. The
Okay,
64
I
one.
see. That makes sense.
So Magi, before we move on to the third phase of the game, I want you to talk a little bit about your friend you have in the audience, Kyle Crudo.
Kyle Crudo.
Talk a little bit about him, what he's up to, why you have him as a friend here.
I know he seeds a lot of tournaments. You're very knowledgeable. He's the GOAT in a lot of things. He won doubles 2 tournaments in a row, SmashCon and this one. He's I don't know. He's the GOAT. So I trust him, especially when it comes to like with the seeding. I think he's really aware of the results. I know he helped with like the ballots as well in the top 100 or top 50 this year. So I believe he's very informed about players, and I figured that if there was a question about a result, I could definitely call him and he'll definitely know the answer. That's why.
What glowing words from one friend to another. Why don't we get right into it? The last 5 questions of the game. Everything from here on out, Magi, is the hardest we have to throw at you.
Okay, I'll try my best.
So let's jump right into it. In Event 17, Bounty Hunters, you and a CPU teammate 2v1 an opponent. Who is the opponent? A. Ganondorf, B. Bowser, C. Captain Falcon, or D. Samus?
Oh, God.
When was the last time you played event mode, Magi?
I remember playing it when I was like 8 or so. I know, like I remember that one, Bounty Hunters, because like I'm pretty sure you like. My instinct before you read off the answers was Samus, because I'm pretty sure Samus is either your teammate or the enemy, and I'm pretty sure Falcon's like it's either Falcon and Samus. I think they like one of them's a CPU and one of them's a teammate. I think. What are the other 2 again?
So your options are Ganondorf, Bowser,
Bowser.
Captain Falcon, and Samus.
Oh, God. This one is awkward.
Is this one that you think Kyle Crudo would know?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe he will know. I actually don't know anything if he knows about single player stuff. Oh, God. Samus, of course, would be like the one that would give me the hard time. I hate that character so much. God
Yeah,
damn it.
I saw some of your tweets.
Yeah, my
Like,
recent
Samus
tweets.
is so funny.
God. I'm scared of using the 50-50 one too, because I feel like it's gonna give me Falcon Samus. I'm gonna be like, well, great, now I'm back to where I started. And Bounty Hunters. So, I'm pretty sure.
Do you want me to repeat the question just so you have
Yeah,
all
one
the
more
info?
time, sure.
Yeah. So, in the event match 17, or event 17, it's called Bounty Hunters. You and a CPU teammate 2v1 an opponent. The question is, who is the opponent?
Yeah, and obviously I know. Okay, I know Falcon's a bounty hunter. I'm pretty sure. But that's the thing. I feel I've never been more punished for. I've never played like. I haven't played any of the F-Zero games. I haven't played any of the Metroid games. I've only played the Zelda games. And I guess I played the Mario games. So I'm pretty sure it's not Ganon and Bowser. Like, the bounty hunter. Well, okay. Now I think about it, you're probably teaming with a bounty hunter. I just don't know if you're like, I thought it would be an interesting fun, like, oh, it's bounty hunters and you're hunting a bounty hunter, but maybe you're just the maybe you are just the bounty hunters and you're teaming with Falcon or Samus. But maybe you are hunting Bowser and Ganon, because like I guess they would probably have bounties over their head.
Why would they have bounties over their head,
Because
Magi?
they're evil.
Well, evil is a matter of perspective.
I guess so. Maybe. I think in the universe where Captain Falcon or Samus are bounty hunters, then Ganon and Bowser would probably be the ones with the bounties on their head. I think. But I also I forgot. Maybe is Falcon like an anarchist? Does he have a bounty on his head? I like forgot the lore. No.
Leave the anarchists out of this, Magi.
No, I mean I won't like start some political commentary, but oh God.
Event 17,
Event
bounty
17, bounty hunters.
Hunting an opponent.
I remember.
Close your eyes and envision it, Magi.
Oh God.
What do you see? What do you remember?
I forget. Samus is the first character that comes to mind, and I don't remember if that's because you hunt her or because you're teaming with her. I just don't remember who you fight against. Oh, dude, I would feel weird to use, because I really don't want to use the 50-50. Dude, I think I have to call Kyle, dude. I think I'm calling Kyle.
Is it Kyle Crudo time?
It's Kyle Crudo time.
All right, Kyle Crudo, get up here. Magi needs your help.
I really hope he knows. There's a pretty decent shot that he doesn't know either.
The last time we called a friend, Yokai Nels was able to save Axe. Can Kyle Crudo do the same for Magi?
I don't know either, dude.
All right, Crudo. What do you think, Crudo?
So I know nothing, but my theory, it's like Samus is almost like too easy. She's a bounty hunter, but if it's just not Samus.
Speaking to the mic.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Samus is too easy because she's a bounty hunter, but I feel like it just will be Samus anyway. I would probably go with Samus, but I might be just inting.
Do you know if Falcon's a bounty hunter? Is he a bounty hunter? He's also a bounty hunter. That's what's. Oh, excuse me. Oh God.
So Crudo, what you're saying is that you think it's Samus, but you're not confident at all in yourself.
That's why I don't want to use the 50-50. I think they're about to like bait me with that. Oh God damn it. Oh, this is like the worst one to have 50-50 on.
Well, you can use multiple lifelines on a question.
That is true.
If you get this one right, you guarantee yourself $100.
$100. Man, I love gambling.
Look, all I'm gonna say is you do have a free guess on this one, because no matter what, you'll walk away with $80.
Okay, yeah.
But like if you do want to push this one to the limit, I would suggest you can use a lifeline if you want, or you can free guess anyhow. So if it's any less pressure,
Well, why is it a free guess?
Well, because if you get it wrong, it resets to the last.
Oh, right, okay.
Checkpoint. Whereas if you were further in the game and and you got it wrong, then it wouldn't go to.
Oh wait, the checkpoint means that like you just keep playing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you get eliminated. I thought it was like one.
No. If you get it wrong, then it goes back to the checkpoint, and however much that you raised it got from that question is what you take home.
Oh, you take the game ends when I'm wrong. Still.
The game ends what?
The game ends when I'm wrong. Like
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So the free I would still be. It's not a free guess in terms of like continuing the game. It's a free guess of like, okay, you only like lost one question, so like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, you're not like losing a bunch of
money.
Right.
Okay. I think I'm gonna. Dude, I guess I feel like I have to. Dude, what? RPS?
Are you serious? Wait, what's
Dude,
this guy still doing on stage?
The issue is, for me, it's. I would feel so silly if like you team with Samus and you're gonna like obviously you hunt either Ganon or Bowser because they would have the bodies on their head.
We should get a decision whether you want to use a lifeline or whether you want to.
Okay, I will use the 50-50.
All right, you're using the 50-50.
All right.
Oh geez. Okay, I need to make sure that this is the correct 50-50. It has been chopped in half to Ganondorf and Bowser.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, God damn it. Okay.
Are you all right? Oh my God. All right, you said final answer. Bowser is your answer. That's correct. You play as Samus. Captain Falcon is your teammate, and you beat up Bowser. It's a horrible twist for you, Magi. Samus wasn't the opponent. You are Samus in this equation. Very good. $100. We move to the. Oh, okay. Sorry, Magi's her
Okay.
mic turned
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So
cool.
for $200, the next question. In Going Up, Who Next? What character did Army infamously challenge Bobby Big Balls with for a $100 money match? A. Marth, B. Captain Falcon, C. Falco, or D. Jigglypuff?
Can you repeat the question real quick?
In Going Up, Who Next? What character did Army infamously challenge Bobby Big Balls with for a $100 money match? And your options are A. Marth, B. Captain Falcon, C. Falco, or D. Jigglypuff?
I'm pretty sure it was the Ditto. I don't remember the song super duper well. God. I wish.
Think the lyrics in your head. What do you remember?
The thing is, I really don't have the lyrics in my head.
Not at all. Can't even imagine an Army's voice or anyone else.
Hold on, I gotta. Does the question have the name of the song in it?
The name of the song is Going Up, Who Next?
Going Up, Who Next?
Is there anything about the song you remember?
I'm pretty sure that I don't know why I'm remembering. I don't know if Chillin' or Chew are both mentioned in it, but like I'm like vaguely remembering the lyrics of that. I'm trying to remember the chorus. I can't even remember the chorus, honestly.
It's a deep cut.
Oh my god, I am super blanking on it. Whatever. I'm just gonna like super duper trust my gut. I'm pretty sure looking through the lyrics is not gonna help me. I'm gonna guess Falco. Final answer.
All right, Falco is the final answer. Unfortunately, Magi, that's not correct. Army challenged Bobby Big Balls to a $100 money match with Captain Falcon.
Falco. I knew it's so annoying. It's
Yeah.
like one letter off.
The line was, Bobby, where your money at? I want a money match. Falcon,
yeah,
Falco got
yeah,
100 on the
yeah,
set.
yeah.
3 on the 5, put a Benji on the line. See me at the summit bench.
Yeah, I
looking
would have
on a
not
bitch.
remembered. That sucks. I knew it was one of the F characters.
Yeah, well, you walk away with $80 for Trans Lifeline.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations, Magi. You did a
yeah.
great
Thank
job.
you, thank
Everyone
you.
give Magi a round of applause. She was wonderful. Thank you so much for tuning in to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire at Shine. I've been your host, Edwin Budding. Good evening, everyone.